Hey, welcome to the Dally Diaries. Kristel with you. And have you ever seen shades as shiny, shifty, and sparkly as these guys? I certainly hadn't until I came across this particular indie eyeshadow brand and I'm obsessed. Before we get onto that, please subscribe to my channel. It would be so awesome to have you as part of the team. We just love having fun with makeup here. Makeup should be about expression and fun, and if you practice enough, then you can totally create the looks that you want to. Okay, now that's taken care of. Let's talk Terra Moons eyeshadows. Now, if you are new to this channel, you will not know the obsessive love I have for these eyeshadows, but if you've been here before, you would know that there are 2 videos already up where I have swatched all of my entire Terra Moons collection. And if you haven't seen them, I definitely recommend you give them a watch. I mean, obviously because I made them, but also because they really, hopefully, will help give you an idea of what Terra Moons eyeshadows you might like to pick up for your own collection. What I love about them the most is that they can make you feel really special. The shine that they give you, the shifts, it's just something that it makes me excited. And the textures are beautiful to play with as well. They're very user-friendly. I definitely cannot speak more highly of them. So today, this video was actually requested by Valerie, the lovely Valerie, who is interested in picking up some Terra Moons for her collection, but wanted to see them used in a full makeup look. And so that is what we're gonna do today. In fact, hopefully we're gonna get 2 makeup looks done with these gorgeous shadows. So without any further ado, let's jump in. So to start off with, I just wanna take my Refa 15, just a little fluffy dome brush, and I'm dipping into the shade Just a Phase and tapping it off because these have a fair bit of kickback and they are very pigmented. Now, I only have 2 Terra Moons mattes in my collection so far. So often when I use my Terra Moons shimmers, I'll just grab a matte from another palette. Mostly putting the pigment towards the outer edge of the eye, but just blending it in a little bit as well. Okay, now one thing that I love about my Terra Moons eyeshadows is that I don't even feel like I need to use a primer with them. But what I usually do is just wet my finger and apply it with a wet finger. Today though, I really want to try using my Cosmetics Fix Potion because I've bought it recently and I'm just trying to work out how I feel about it. So I am going to use that on my eyelids, but you definitely don't need to. I just recommend a wet finger. Or if you have the Pat McGrath eye base, I forget what it's called, Fetish Eyes. It's the base for her eyeshadows. That works really well as well. So just dabbing that Cosmetics Fix Potion on. Next up, I am going to take the beautiful shade Coalescence, which is stunning and sparkly and shifty all at once. I love it so much. And applying that on the outer half of my eye. And I am bringing it up higher than my crease because hooded eyes, I don't want it hidden. I want you still to be able to see it when I have my eyes open. This color is so, so beautiful. It's ridiculous. And it looks stunning over that mint green. Oh, you hear that squeaking? That's my puppy, Billy. He's currently attacking his pet moose. But he's getting better because he couldn't occupy himself without me before. So this is actually a step in the right direction. Even if the poor moose has to cop it, RIP. Okay, so the Coalescence is on. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shade. Next, I think I want to take something a bit different. So I'm going to take the shade Galactic Blossom, which has like a pinky, peachy to gold shift. And that is going on the inner portion of the eye, the inner half. These are so beautiful. I love them so much. Zoom you in a tiny bit. Ah, so pretty. So pretty in person. Okay, next up, I'm gonna dip into a shade called Space Baby. So this one's one of the iridescent chameleon shades. Just stunning as inner corner highlights. This could be weird, but I don't care. Doing it anyway. And what I also am gonna do is just take my flat synthetic Refa, number 21. Just gonna dampen that a little bit and dip it into that Space Baby shade once again. And I'm just gonna bring that up over the top here. On the lower lash line, I'm just gonna take a Refa 03 and dip that into the same matte shade that we used at the beginning of the look, Just a Phase. That one's called. I can tell you that Terra Moons eyeshadows are not just a phase for me. I love them. I never want to break up. Now, normally when I use a wet finger to apply my Terra Moons, I don't get any fallout. So I do have a tiny bit of fallout here today, but that's obviously next time I'll continue to use my wet finger to apply because then I don't have any fallout at all. But the shades are so beautiful that I don't care. Taking that same brush, but just making sure I clean it off. Yeah, I'm wanting to use the peachy golden shade I used before. I'm gonna go back in with Galactic Blossom and a wet brush. And I just want that along that portion of the lower lash line, just to tie in the top. I think it's gonna look great once I get the eyeliner and mascara on. So let's do that now. So my camera battery died and I forgot to press record again once I plugged it back in. So I've already got the liner on this eye. And if you're wondering what this gorgeous line is made of, well, I can tell you. It is the Melt Cosmetics Calibri Metal Bond Gel Liner. It's an absolutely stunning metallic teal shade. And if you haven't already seen it, there is a whole video up dedicated to these stunning Melt Cosmetics gel liners because I love them, and it swatches out all the colors I have for you as well. They're stunning. So I've already mostly done this side. I'll just finish it off. It's the YouTuber's curse. Forgetting to press record. And that's so pretty. Love that. And just for reference, I'm using a Refa 21. Just has a really, really thin, flat head on it. I feel like you can come in even more. That was mildly terrifying, wasn't it? These gel liners are so creamy. I love them for that reason. As well as the fact that the colors are really something special. There's some stunning colors in there. So I work in radio, and it's a really crazy time of year because there's a lot of people losing their jobs right now. It's really brutal. If you aren't familiar with the world of radio, it is a brutal, brutal place to be. If you're doing a breakfast show and the ratings aren't amazing, then they will literally just drop you like a hot potato. Luckily for me, I am no longer doing breakfast. So I just do like work day announcing and production. So for me, it's nowhere near as terrifying at this time of the year, but yeah, radio is scary. It's great, but it's scary. But usually the people that lose their jobs end up just at another station. That's how that looks. And I think what I want to do for my inner rim, my waterline, is my Charlotte Tilbury Eye Color Magic Liner Duo. It's the super blue one, the metallic blue and the dark navy. I'm just obsessed with the color. I think it's so pretty. So I'm doing quite the mishmash of of colors today, something a little unexpected, but I'm really enjoying it, so hopefully you are too. And just keep in mind, it is very possible to use Terra Moons eyeshadows without being completely out there, because even if you just use a little bit of, say, an iridescent chameleon in the inner corner as a highlight and the rest of your makeup is very neutral, you've just got that little special pop. So don't think you have to go all crazy and all out like I am. So I'm just using a ColourPop white pencil for my inner rim, just to brighten up the eye a little. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put mascara on and I will be right back. Alrighty, my mascara is on and this is the finished eye look that we have created. It's quite out there, but it's so pretty. I love it. And if you want to see the combination of colors that I used, you can get an idea of them here on my hand. So that is what they look like all together on my hand and then on the eye. Okay, now I'm just gonna put some blush on and some lips. I think for a blush, I am going to take my Pat McGrath Labs Divine Blush and Glow Trio in Galactic Sun. I'm gonna take the Divine Rose shade. Divine Rose shade. And I'm actually just gonna use this little Bare Minerals brush. I like it because it's small and soft and I only have a small face, so it helps me control where I put the product. And just in case you're wondering, I already had on my Melt Cosmetics Cream Blush Light in Lynx. Okay, and I am not going to use the highlight that's actually in that trio because I want to use my Melt Cosmetics Highlight Digital Dust in Stargazer. These are so stunning. Oh, stop it. And I'm just taking a crappy old fan brush. I say that every time because it's a crappy old fan brush I probably paid about $5 for, but it does the job. Such a pretty highlighter. So I finished this look off by taking my Ilia Balmy Tint Hydrating Lip Balm in the color Hold Me. Just sort of a peachy pinky color. Now let's jump into a second look for you. Okay, for the second look that we're doing with these Terra Moons eyeshadows, sorry, I'm just like wiggling around all over the place. We are gonna do the pinky purple look that I have on the other eye, just to save time. I've already done that one. Now, if my eyes make it to the end of this, it'll be a bloody miracle because I have hypersensitive eyes and I usually only can do my makeup once in one day. So we're really pushing the boundaries here. We're gonna kick it off with the matte shade Infra Red. And I'm just taking a Refa 14 and tapping it off because, like I said, the mattes have a little bit of kickback. So much pigment. And I'm running that all the way in towards my nose and out to the edge. And I'm just cleaning off my brush so I can go in and just blend that out a little more. All right, next I'm gonna go in with the stunning purple shade Grapetini, and I'm just gonna wet my finger. So beautiful, such a stunning purple. I don't think they make this now, which is really sad. If you don't own it. If they ever bring it back, definitely get your hands on it because it's an absolute stunner. Okay, so when I look front on, I want to be able to see that purple above my crease. And then I'm just going to take a brush with nothing on it, the Refa 13, so I can blend that purple. I'm going to blend out the edges. Okie doke, next I'm taking one of my favorite shades. It's so stunning. I'm taking Lost in Space. Oh, it's so pretty. It's like this hot pink fuchsia color with purpley blue sparkles in it. Oh, be still my beating heart. Tell you what, a hot pink always does it for me. I'm taking that on the inside, the inner third of the eye. And just for a little more control, I just want to go in with a flat synthetic brush. This is a Refa 21. I'm just going to wet that and dip it back into that Lost in Space shade. That's where we're at so far. Now I'm going into a shade that is from the last Terra Moons haul that I did. It's called Celestial Petal. And it's like a pale pink to blue. And I'm just tapping that on the center of my eye. Over the top of where those two almost meet. Once again, I'm taking that brush with no color on it, the Refa 13, and just blending that top bit slightly so it's not as intense. Underneath the eye, I'm going to dip into the same matte shade we used earlier, which was the Infra Red. And finally, I'm going to take one of my favorite shades for the inner corner. This is Zero Gravity, and it has a stunning violet shift and shimmer to it. Oh, I love that color. Okie dokie, I'm just gonna pop some eyeliner on and we'll finish the rest of the face. So for eyeliner, I used the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in black. Very black, I think it is. Intense black, my bad. I've also just taken a white gel liner from Colourpop and run that through my waterline. For blush, I think I'm gonna use my Ilia Multi-Stick in At Last. Just using a Napoleon Complexion Perfection brush to dab that on the cheeks. I adore the multi-sticks. They are stunning. Ilia is one of my favorite brands. And I especially love it because it's clean. And seeing as we're doing all things shifty and shiny, for my highlight, I think I'm gonna just go all out and use my Odin's Eye Norns Mesmerizer in Web of Destiny. Sounds fancy. Such a stunning package. Just using a fan brush. Now this does have sparkle in it, so I am gonna look a bit like a disco ball. But it's quite like a pretty fine sparkle. It's not big chunks of sparkle. You know what I mean? Actually might even, just on top of that, because I just want a little bit of extra high beam action, I'm just gonna take my Melt Cosmetics Digital Dust in Stargazer. Very pretty together. And for lips, ooh, what will it be? All right, I'm gonna go in with the bluntest lip pencil of all time because I just haven't got around to sharpening it. And this is from Hourglass. It's the Panoramic Long Wearing Lip Liner. And I love that this lip liner has a little brush. So you can either use it to apply your lipstick or just buff your liner in, which is how I like to use it. I really have to sharpen that. It is an absolute abomination. I'm so sorry that you had to be subjected to that. Now over the top of that one, I'm gonna use my Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in Tulip. And they're so shiny and hydrating. That is the finished look with this set of Terra Moons shadows. And just so you can see what I did on the eyes, I've laid them out on my hand for you. So those are the shadows, the 4 shadows that we used in there. Now let's have a little chat about them. So there we have it. Hopefully you're a little bit inspired to get your hands on some Terra Moons eyeshadows because they are my absolute favorites. I love them so much and I think they are so worth the money that you spend on them, and actually they're really reasonably priced compared to other eyeshadows that aren't anywhere near as good. So yeah, love the Terra Moons formula. It's stunning. If you have any questions, please hit me up below. If there's anything else you really want to see on the channel, just let me know in the comments because I love a chat. Once again, it's been an absolute pleasure. Please, if you haven't already done it, hit subscribe and the little notification bell so you know when I'm putting videos up. And I'll be back with you very soon right here on the Dally Diaries. Have a great one. Bye bye. All of my Terra Moons eyeshadow collection. Oh, shite.